got to pull the trailer up above the high tide line. That should be good in case something were to happen, of course. I'll pull the windows up. Parking brake is on. Now we're going to go down and get on the Sea-Doos. Today we're going to take a trip to a location called Point Agassiz. And then from Point Agassiz, we're going to go to Muddy River. Then we're going to go to Horn Cliffs, where we're going to see Moonshine Creek and Japanese Creeks. These are all on the mainland United States. We'll start with Point Agassiz, though. Point Agassiz is a prominent geographic feature. Point Agassiz has a rich indigenous heritage. It lies within the traditional lands of the Tlingit people. The point was named in 1869 by Captain Daniel Pender. He was in the British Royal Navy, and they think it was named in honor of Louis Agassiz, a Swiss-American geologist, and also a naturalist known for his work on glaciers. The surrounding region saw activity related to logging and fishing. There's early farming, actually, at Point Agassiz as well. There was a dairy farm. Farmers also grew potatoes, root vegetables, cabbage. One of the biggest challenges there, of course, is the weather. It's sometimes cool and rainy. It can be. And they sold their goods over at Petersburg. And here we are, approaching the launch at Point Agassiz. It's a pretty well-developed launch. People live over here, and we're going to take a look around and see what we can find. It's a very beautiful area. I call it the Switzerland of Alaska. Welcome to Exploring Alaska Waterways. We're located in Alaska's southeast on the western shores of Mitkof Island. Our only town on the island is Petersburg. It has a population of roughly 3,000. So far, our trip has taken us from Exploring Alaska Waterways home base up Wrangell Narrows, across Frederick Sound, and now to Point Agassiz. The trip we're taking today is actually a recreation. It's retracing the steps of Captain George Vancouver, Voyage of Discovery in 1794. Let's go do some exploring. If you look closely from the aerial view, you'll see homes that are distributed back into the woods, and there's actually a road system that takes you around to various places where people live and to different points of interest back on the mainland.
Out by Point Agassiz, where the wild winds blow, there's a tale of adventure from long ago. Through the muddy river, flowing fast and deep, secrets of the land in history they keep. Oh, the voyage of discovery through Vancouver's heart, where the echoes of the past and present never part.
The next part of our trip is we will depart Point Agassiz, head down the coast, past Muddy River, and to the base of Horn Cliffs. We'll stop and take a look around there as well.
Halibut and salmon swim where the cold tides flow. Shrimp and crabs dance beneath where the seaweeds grow. In the embrace of the ocean, life thrives and dreams weave. With every ebb and flow, the spirit never leaves. Oh, the voyage of discovery through Vancouver's heart, where the echoes of the past and present never part. From Horn Cliffs to Moonshine Creek and Japanese Creek's call, in the rich glacial waters, nature stands tall. The Tlingit people, guardians of the land, with petroglyphs telling stories carved by hand. Their whispers guide us through the forest and the sea, a legacy of the sun sets low, painting skies of gold. New tales are written as the old ones are retold. In Vancouver's embrace, where the wild dreams roam, we find our own journey where we call home. Oh, the voyage of discovery through Vancouver's heart, where the echoes of the past and present never part. From Horn Cliffs to Moonshine Creek and Japanese Creek's call, in the rich glacial waters, nature stands tall. So here's to the voyage through the land and the sea, in Vancouver's embrace, where we find our destiny. With the clink its whispers and the ocean's gentle roar, we chart our own course, forever to explore.
On the next leg of our voyage of discovery, we're going to continue down the coast and we're going to be visiting Moonshine Creek. We'll stop there, investigate, and then we'll continue on our way down to Japanese Creek. As we go down this coastal ride, there will be a lot of icebergs that are coming out of the LeConte Glacier. The water conditions are just about perfect today. It's sunny and flat calm. It's going to be a fun ride. Up ahead, we see a float and some corks, which indicate a gill net. We want to steer clear of these. We don't want to be driving over a fisherman's net. Not that I've ever done that.
So I was thinking just past that point.
Moonshine Creek is a popular jumping off point for hunters that like to hunt for moose, bear, sitka deer, and mountain goats. I can see mountain goats from our remote cabin on Mitkoff Island with a set of binoculars. You can see little white specks moving on Horn Cliffs. The beautiful color of the water is due to silt coming from LeConte Glacier and from the Stikine River.
Oh, the voyage of discovery through Vancouver's heart, where the echoes of the past and present never part. From Horn Cliffs to Moonshine Creek and Japanese Creek's call, in the rich glacial waters, nature stands tall. Halibut and salmon swim where the cold tides flow. Shrimp and crabs dance beneath where the seaweeds grow. In the embrace of the ocean, life thrives and dreams weave. With every ebb and flow, the spirit never leaves. Oh, the voyage of discovery through Vancouver's heart, where the echoes of the past.
This is Japanese Creek Valley. This was the site of a tragic plane crash. There was a family and some friends that had taken a sightseeing plane up the valley, and something had happened and they crashed. We noticed this because when we had arrived into our remote cabin, we saw lots of Coast Guard choppers going back in and out. And it was actually part of like a Coast Guard Alaska, I think, TV show.
The voyage of discovery through Vancouver's heart, where the echoes of the past and present never part. From Horn Cliffs to Moonshine Creek and Japanese Creek's call, in the rich glacial waters, nature stands tall. The Tlingit people, guardians of the land.
What we see here is very unusual. To see a seal on an iceberg floating out in Frederick Sound. This is not a great place to be a seal because there are and can be orca around.
In the land of the free.
Well, the time has come to head back to Petersburg and see what we can see on the way home. There's always some surprises ahead. We're passing by our remote cabin, Keats Landing. If you look in the description, there are other videos for you to watch to see what our remote cabin looks like and some of the sights and sounds near it. we entered Wrangell Narrows and proceeded into Petersburg, we encountered massive standing waves built up by the water taxis that will take passengers from that cruise ship into town. And we just happened to hit it right, and these were 5 or 6 foot waves that we had to go over with our sea-doos. And here we are recounting our adventure.
I was on top of one just riding it.
I did for a while, and then there was one where I just had air.
Those are huge. I hope my zipper is closed.